And now it's time for the news.
If you're tired of the same old news,
What more do you want?
I want the truth.
You're hearing it. Strap yourselves in, folks.
never fear.
What's the dealio?
Part of life is learning to let things go.
We've got news moms can use.
What was that name again? I missed that.
News moms can use.
Brought to you by Therapon Skin Health, helping moms have healthy, youthful-looking skin for 20 years.
Hey, this is News Moms Can Use. And we here at Channel Mom do pick our news stories based on what we think moms want or moms need to hear. I'm not sure very many people out there do that. So we're glad to be. I mean, I know that I flip on the news or whatever, certain talk shows and so on. Half the time I got to turn them off because the content isn't appropriate for my kids. But in addition to that, I remember one time sitting down to watch some television. And the stuff that was going on in the talk show, most of it was ridiculous. But then when the commercial came on, the most motivating, encouraging thing that I found during the entire half hour of programming that I was watching was the commercial. I think it was like a Weight Watchers commercial and Cher, and I think it was Cher singing the background sound, saying something like, "You can do it. You're beautiful. You got it. Stay hang in there." It was some kind of song they had for some Weight Watchers or something like that. And I thought that was the most motivating thing I heard in the whole half hour was a commercial. And that's because that's what they do. They try to sell you products in the in-between, but they forget about you when it comes to the actual programming. Right, Dan? Just say right, Jenny.
Right, Jenny.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're going to get to the story. It's a little sad, but it has a happy ending. A bullied girl who was picked for her high school's homecoming court as a joke is now getting the last laugh. 16-year-old Whitney Kropp heard the news that she was selected for the homecoming court at Ogama Heights High School. I hope I'm saying that right. And her reaction to being elected to the homecoming court was very honest. "I thought I wasn't worthy," she said. "I was this big old joke," meaning that she thought she was a joke to other kids. This out of the mouth of 16-year-old Whitney Kropp. And she told that to the Detroit News. Unfortunately, Whitney was right that it was a big joke. People were apparently laughing behind her back because they'd set up her election to the homecoming court as a nasty joke. But what was designed to humiliate the teen from West Branch, Michigan, quickly transformed into an outpouring of support, probably greater than any homecoming queen has ever gotten. Across the nation, people decided to make up for what the high school bullies had done to Whitney, so they rallied around a Facebook page that was dubbed Team Whitney. That support page has probably now over 100,000 likes. Okay, I don't know any homecoming queen that has 100,000 people telling her they like her. That's kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That they came to her. Precious little thing. I went and I looked at her picture and looked at the story. Why would anybody do that to somebody? A friend of mine, actually, my pastor says, hurt people hurt people. So that's the only thing I can think is that these teenagers were hurting in their own way, even though they're not probably aware of it. And so they turn that on her and make fun of her, poor little thing. At any rate, she now has 100,000 likes. The mom, I always like to hear the mom, Whitney's mother, Bernice Kropp, told NBC News she was getting ridiculed in school and on Facebook, but then the kids started coming up to her and saying, "Whitney, don't let them stop you from going to homecoming. You need to go ahead and you need to do it." That support eventually extended to the rest of the town, where the quiet, polite, and kind sophomore, that's how she's described, quiet, polite, and kind, Lord knows why anybody would want to be mean to her, is now being pampered by local businesses looking to pay for all of her homecoming needs, from hairstyling to dinner to a shiny tiara. I love it. Her mom again. You want to protect your kid and you feel angry and mad at what has happened, but at the same time, the outpouring to help her has been beyond expected. Yep, sometimes you get some beauty for those ashes. And way to go, Whitney. Kudos to the people who decided to step out and support her. I wish every story could end like this. Somebody that went through pain, was made fun of. Everybody would rally around them in the end.
That's a great story.
It is. It's awesome. I kind of want to see maybe next week I'll talk about it and I'll show people where to go to see the homecoming pictures that they post.
Sure.
Yeah. Precious little thing. As a mom, my heart just goes out to her. Okay, I think moms maybe more than anyone worry about time and how much they have to do with the time they have for their kids, their spouses, their job outside the home, their volunteer work, the PTA, the church, etc. So listen to this fascinating survey about how people spend and waste their time. The survey, appropriately enough, was conducted by Timex, a little plug for them, the nation's leading watch manufacturer. And it's all about how Americans spend their time, how long they wait, the amount of time it takes to be considered late, and more. The survey revealed that on average, people wait 7 minutes for a cup of coffee. That's not too bad. 20 minutes a day in traffic. 20 minutes a day. I never wait in traffic in Bailey, Colorado, just so you know, Dan. Ever. Well, maybe to get out of my little development because the highway's busy. That's it. 2 minutes.
Yeah, I deal with a lot more traffic coming here on a daily basis.
Yes, I bet you do. 20 minutes a day for the bus or train and 32 minutes each time they go to the doctor. The doctor's the worst. That's amazing.
They're awful.
Yeah. In the survey they are anyway. When it comes to asking people to be quiet, it's apparent that Americans aren't shy. They'll shush somebody in a movie theater after just 2 minutes of them talking. They'll also endure someone else's phone conversation for an average of 2.5 minutes before asking them to keep it down. There are a bunch of other facts in the survey. You can probably look up Time survey and you can find out more. It's kind of interesting. People wait an average of 20 minutes for their spouse to get ready, but it takes them 32 minutes to get ready. I don't understand how that math works necessarily.